Wicked Blogger Ghana has picked fresh intel on Dada Joe remix, and this time, the update's coming from our US. Sources paint a very different picture from what many expected. While his close associate, Kofi Boat, continues to struggle with severe health issues and constant medical attention, Dada Joe remix is reportedly thriving behind bars. According to trusted sources, he has adapted to prison life so well that he's now living like a mini celebrity inside, commanding respect, influence, and even protection among inmates. Smash the subscribe button. Our US correspondents confirmed after several checks and calls that Dada Joe remix is in high spirits and far from broken. In fact, he seems to have adjusted to prison life faster than anyone could imagine. Information reaching us indicates that he's managed to secure protection from influential inmates who now regard him as one of their own. Some even worship him for his money, charisma, and strategic thinking, a status that has given him a unique kind of authority in his cell block. Wicked Blogger Ghana was also informed about an incident that almost landed him in serious trouble. On his birthday, Dada Joe remix reportedly placed a surprise call to his friend Obolo, who unknowingly recorded and posted the conversation on Snapchat. The video went viral for a brief moment before being taken down, but by then, it had already caught the attention of prison authorities. His cell was searched immediately after, and though they found nothing incriminating, insiders say he had narrowly escaped being caught with unauthorized devices. According to one source, he acted fast and managed to hide some gadgets before the guards stormed in. Before his arrest and eventual extradition, Dada Joe remix had already prepared himself for the worst. Our private investigators disclosed that he had transferred significant amounts of money and assets under state supervision through intermediaries to secure comfort and insurance in case things went wrong. It appears that plan worked perfectly because, unlike many inmates, he has access to things that make prison life more bearable, from better food to discreet privileges that money and influence can buy behind bars. As for his ongoing case with the FBI, the latest information reaching Wicked Blogger Ghana suggests that Dada Joe remix has already reached a solid deal with investigators. Multiple sources claim he has been fully cooperative and has reportedly provided key information on financial transactions, partner identities, and operational routes that were part of the larger fraud network involving several Ghanaian and Nigerian figures. He is said to have sung to the authorities in exchange for leniency, a move that has divided opinions among those who once called him their brother. Some insiders describe him as strategic, a man who chose survival over loyalty, while others call him a full-blown snitch who traded everyone to save his own skin. But one fact remains: Dada Joe remix is doing fine, both mentally and physically. He's learned to play the system and is using his resources to stay on top even in the worst of environments. Compared to Kofi Boat's deteriorating condition, Dada Joe's confidence and control show just how differently the two former partners have handled life after extradition. Dada Joe remix seems to have made peace with his reality, using charm, money, and intelligence to turn his imprisonment into an opportunity to maintain relevance and perhaps even secure his eventual freedom sooner than expected. Dada Joe remix's case with the FBI is deeper than most people in Ghana think. It's not just an arrest over small-time online scams. What he's facing is a multi-layered federal case that connects him to a large-scale cyber fraud, wire fraud, and international money laundering syndicate that has been under US investigation for more than 3 years. The entire operation, according to information picked by Wicked Blogger Ghana's US team, started collapsing when one of his close partners, a Nigerian based in New Jersey, was arrested after an FBI cybercrime sweep in 2023. That suspect, who later turned state witness, mentioned Dada Joe remix's name during questioning, describing him as the boss of a Ghana cell, handling the financial movement of millions of dollars in stolen funds. The network operated mainly through romance scams, business email compromise BEC attacks, and crypto frauds. They would hack into US business emails, alter invoices, and redirect payments into foreign-controlled accounts. In the romance scams, fake online identities were created using stolen photos of military officers or executives to trick victims, mostly women, into sending money for emergencies or fake investments. Dada Joe remix's role was crucial because he handled money cleaning, The FBI alleges that he coordinated money mules in Ghana, Dubai, and parts of Europe who received fraudulent transfers, withdrew them, and then either invested the funds in real estate or converted them into cryptocurrency. The crypto side of the operation was reportedly his expertise. He used digital wallets and crypto exchanges that didn't require strict identity verification. From there, money was moved in small bits to avoid detection. The FBI's forensic analysis later tracked several transactions tied to wallets linked to Ghanaian and Nigerian phone numbers. Some wallets eventually traced directly to him, especially one linked to an email address he had used years earlier. The FBI and the US Secret Service Cyber Unit began building a quiet case through 2022 and 2023. They subpoenaed several US banks and exchange platforms to track suspicious transfers. During that time, agents noticed that a large chunk of stolen funds from various fraud reports, totaling over $100 million, passed through accounts connected to a few West African entities. Dada Joe's digital signature appeared in multiple blockchain audits. He was first flagged when he attempted to buy property in Atlanta through an offshore company using funds traced to an online investment scam. That deal triggered federal scrutiny. Later, when his associate in Dubai got arrested, his phone revealed WhatsApp chats, receipts, and Bitcoin wallet screenshots that clearly showed conversations with Joe Remix. This evidence was enough to secure an Interpol Red Notice, and the US filed a formal extradition request. Dada Joe was arrested in Ghana in early 2024. He reportedly spent months fighting extradition, but according to court insiders, there was overwhelming evidence against him. Eventually, he was handed over to US marshals and flown to New York under tight security. When he arrived in the US, he was charged with conspiracy to commit wire fraud, and money laundering, each count carrying potential decades in prison. The indictment detailed that he and his associates defrauded hundreds of victims, funneled proceeds through cryptocurrency, and disguised ownership through shell corporations registered in Ghana, the UAE, and the UK. The FBI's evidence pack reportedly includes bank transfer logs linking US accounts to his known Ghanaian firms, blockchain analysis reports tracing stolen funds to his crypto wallets, email and WhatsApp chats where he coordinated transfers and bragged about outsmarting the feds, statements from at least 2 cooperating witnesses naming him as a key coordinator. Dada Joe Remix initially maintained innocence, claiming he was a businessman running digital investment platforms. But the US prosecutors offered him a deal, provide useful intelligence on other cybercriminal networks in Ghana and Nigeria in exchange for leniency. Sources from inside say he accepted. Since then, he's been cooperating heavily, providing names, phone numbers, and even crypto wallet access details. This cooperation earned him lighter treatment inside prison, where, according to reports, he's managed to buy influence and protection. His trial is expected to begin early next year, but it may never fully go to open court. If his cooperation continues to help the FBI bring down other syndicates, he might get a plea deal with a reduced sentence, possibly under 5 years, instead of the 20+ years the full charges could attract. However, that cooperation has made him unpopular among other West African inmates, and even some street associates in Ghana who feel betrayed. The FBI, on the other hand, views him as one of the biggest informants to ever come out of Ghana's cybercrime scene. At this point, Dada Joe Remix's story shows 2 sides of the same coin. One of the smartest boys from the streets who rose too fast through digital scams, and now one of the loudest voices giving up the secrets of an empire built on deception